What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. I'm excited, man. This is insane that I'm on here, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Again, for those that are just joining me, I know you're laughing because you're like, this fool straight up got a chef outfit. Yes, it is legit. Got my outfit right here. Got my hat right here. Yes, actually, I'm really excited to be here. Okay. We're going to start cooking it up. You know, I'm getting the heat going here in the pan. Getting that oil all nice and crisp. What up, Kissy? How you doing? What's up, MQ? Let's go. Exactly. So, again, my name is DJ Gonz. I'm here at Dynamic Studios. I got my homie here, Sinless, with me. Say what's up.
What's up?
We got our intern, Clyde, to my left over here at Dynamic. You know, everybody's learning today. Oh, thank you, Serato. Appreciate it. Vito, what's up? What's going on? Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. So basically, we're going to go through Serato Studio. I'm going to cook it up. Hey, what's up, main event? I'm going to show you guys just kind of what I do. If you guys have any questions, by all means, let me know. The whole point is for us to have fun here. If you're just using the program and you're kind of stuck on anything, just ask. That's all you got to do. We're here to have fun. So let's get into this here. So, and also, I'm going to be using the Akai MPD 218 so we can trigger our drums and everything. So, that's kind of my tool of choice today. You know, because we got to sharpen it up, dice it up, and all that fun stuff. Okay, so here we go. So, when you first open up the program, it's going to look just like this. So, think of it, if you're used to Serato DJ, this is your waveform here to the left. Then we have our drum set up over here on the right-hand side. Underneath, we have these different scenes, and I'll go into it in a little bit more detail in a second. And at the bottom here, we have our library where we find all of our sounds, all that goodness, all of our seasoning, all down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through the sound packs that Serato does have, and you can download these all from their website, totally free. With it, you don't have to pay anything additional. So let's go through, let's see here. Let's go late night R&B. We're just going to audition our sounds. And again, these are all packs on Serato's website that you can download. Let's see here. Let me get my mode here real quick. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some laid back joint here. So once you load it, you're going to have the tempo here at the top. By default, it's going to be 120, but you can always change the key as well up here and just change the BPM. So I'm going to change this down to 94. Up to 120 actually. So we have our sample editor here. So at the top we have like our start point. It's like our little anchor at the top, and then at the bottom we have our end point. You can zoom in and out on it. So if you only want to have this part of the sound, you just set your start and end point. And then also at the top here, we have our play modes. So we have hold mode, where I'm going to trigger another cue here, where I have to hold it. So if you see the pad here, I have to hold down the pad for it to play. The minute I let it go, it goes away. So we also have our one-shot mode, where when I hit it one time, it'll keep playing. And I know that's one thing that everyone, when they first start, have struggles with, as why does the sample keep going? And 9 times out of 10, it's because you have it on the mode that is not working good for you. So I have that there. So then we have these 8 samples over here that we can set up our points. We have our time stretch here with our tempo, so I can make this even faster, which is just a little bleh. thing on there, or I can really slow it down and really, really stretch that. Okay, so I'm just gonna load up some drums here. So I'm actually gonna go pick on the drum side. I'm just gonna hit search. I'm gonna hit kick. Just search for kicks. Start that. So I'm gonna click and drag it to Q.1 or Q1 or sample 1. One big mistake a lot of people do that I always get things as far as questions as to why are my drum sounds loading up as samples is what happens is you'll drag this kick and you'll drag it to the right over here. So now it just shows up as just a sample, not as part of the drum kit. So you have to make sure when you set up your drums is you drop them on this side, on the left over here. And again, if you guys have questions, feel free to let me know. So we already got a kick there. I'm gonna do snare. You know, this is all the prep work. This is, you know, sharpening the blades and everything. Okay, we got that. That there. We're gonna do a hi-hat. Real basic, just to get everything kind of flowing right now. Okay, we have that there. Okay, we got that there. Okay. I'll do another hi-hat there. So now you have these different like user drum modes as well. Where say if you just have no idea how to start, you can actually pick a style, click on the little tab here, and it'll actually create a pattern for you. Already. There you go, you already have something to work with. So if you ever get stuck, just you can do that. It's not cheating or anything like that. It's trying to create inspiration. So and you can manually put them into on there. So that's that right there. And then we can just kind of paint in the hi-hats. We can do it like this. For some people, it's like, oh my God, that takes so long to do. If you hold shift, you get this little kind of place marker where you can highlight anything, delete that, and then I'll live record the hi-hat. Doesn't sound like garbage, but it's all good. So now you're like, okay, that's a straight hi-hat. If you want to add a little bit of shuffle to it, you can do what's called velocity changes, where you hold down the command key and you have this velocity show up. If you click on that and you hold it and you move it down, it'll adjust the volume of that. So I'm just going to kind of mess with these. It's going to give you a little bit of more of a, without even having to change the swing. But now I'll increase swing on it. And if I need to bring the volume down, you have individual volume control here on the left. Go down here. And then right now we have it as 1 bar. If I want to go 2 bars, just click on the right here. And while it's live, you can adjust anything you want. If I want to add like an extra like snare right here at the end. Now I have I'm starting to kind of change the drum pattern like on the fly. So maybe I want to add another set of hi-hats here at the end. Change the velocity of this right here. There we go. So now we kind of have the ideas going. So we got something to work with. You know what? I'm gonna check something else. I'm gonna go with Stolen's kit here. There we go. Let's put that. Okay, So I kind of like that. So, and that was just me just messing with it. See how quickly ideas can come to you? It's like, again, it's all about fun, enjoying yourself, not worrying about tuning a snare, 10 million ways, or I got to EQ the hi-hat. You don't have to worry about any of that. You just got to create stuff. So let me record this real quick. There we go. So now we got a little something going on here. I'm going to make this 4 bars now instead of just 2. And then also, appreciate it, Serato. Appreciate it. So now we kind of have an idea. So we kind of want to build off of that. So they also have built-in instruments. So they have strings, pianos, pads, percussion, mallets. I'm just reading down the list. So I'm going to go to bass and kind of see what bass tones I want to mess with. I mess with that. So I'm just going to load this in. So now you have your instrument. So this icon is your instrument. Don't let that confuse you with a sample player or a drum kit. So I'm going to go back to here. So now I'm using the pads as my keyboard down here. So when I play this, it does need a little sting to that. I feel you. Just kind of grinding the salt a little bit there. So let's go back to this here. That. I'm going to record that in real quick. And so I didn't record that second part. So what you can do if that happens, you can hit record and it's not going to erase it. It's just overdubbing it. So we're going to go back to here. Now we have that. So by default down here, this is your scenes area. By default, it's going to always set up this intro right here. So what I can do is I can rename it. So I'm just going to call this, beat. And then I can copy this. See where it says copy? It's just going to make an exact duplicate of what I just made. So when I click that, it's going to say beat 2. So if I want to make some type of variation, now I can take the drums out on this first section here. Or just leave it where it's just the hi-hat. And that's my next sequence here. So we're going to start with this one. Go to the next one. So now we can create an actual intro for this where it's just the sample itself. So again, the biggest advice I would give anybody when they're first starting out is to label all your sections. Think of it as Lego pieces. So at least you have some type of structure and some type of foundation to build off of. Because if not, you're going to get really, really lost and you're going to lose that inspiration in probably 20 minutes. So I would say just label your stuff. So even in Serato DJ, my cue points, I label them. So I'm looking at the recipe. Come on, we cooking over here, You got to know the recipe. You got to know your ingredients. So I'm going to start with this intro here. let's start with this here. So let's do 2 bars. Play this here. Okay, and then we're gonna get a little fancy. We're gonna add just a little bit of season into this here. And I know I'm knocking it out with all these cooking references, so I know I'm gonna drive you crazy on that. So now I want to automate this whole thing, and what automation means is you're telling the program to do something automatically without you having to physically mess with the filter knobs. Like it records these sections of what you're doing. Because what I want to do is just play this and do like a filter sweep and then bring it right back up. So the beauty of this is when I click Mr. Purple Roboto over here, when he goes purple, that means you can adjust things and he'll be like, all right, let's go. Let's do this. So I'm going to record this automation live. So I'm going to click on record here and then move this filter. After I hit this record button, you're going to see this filter knob go purple. That's letting you know something's being activated right there. So we're going to do this here. I'm going to bring it right back up. So we just automated right there. What's up? So now when I click on this, you're going to see all these points right here. So this is like a newer mode that they have where you can really adjust each plot point here, or you can go back to what they originally had it back then, where it's like bars here. Bars, son. I tend to kind of keep this mode, so some of you, if you've used like Logic or Ableton, you can have that same type of look, or like Premiere, where you're trying to adjust keyframes. Like think of it in that aspect from there. Bars, exactly, Serato. So what I'm going to do with this intro is like add a little drum fill at the end. So if I just want to work with this sequence, we have this loop icon right here. So I'm going to see what I can come up with. So let's see how that worked out. Okay, so I'm going to kind of mess with that, and I'm going to add a hi-hat here. Oh, one cool trick you can do since they added this is panning. So I'm going to add this. What's up, Lou? How you doing, bro? Thank you for joining us here. So I'm going to adjust this pan right here so I can make the snare kind of go left and right. So I'm going to manually do this right now. I'm just going to put this here, put another point here, do another one here, do one here, right back to center. What's up, Scratchy? What's up, 41? How you doing, bro? And now I'm going to actually add an effect to this drum. So to get to this effects, there's a little button here at the top right next to mix. So again, if you don't want to see any of your channel strip options here, you click on this. If not, you can click effects. Opens up your effects tab. Let's see here. So we're going to do this here, this here. Oops. My apologies. Let me see what happened here. Uh-oh. Trying to get audio. There we go. Okay, my bad. So we're going to go to here. All right. Let me see what we got going on. So I'm going to add a reverb to this. Let me go here. Reverb. So reverb, think of it like a cave or if you walk into the gym and you hear someone playing a beat like way out in the corner, it has this real cavernous kind of sound to it. Yeah, that's a crap load of reverb. But what I want to do is I want to start with reverb first and then dial it down. Or actually the other way. So let's do that. So I'm going to tell it, hey, I want this to go from there to here. And then I could tell that volume was like crazy loud on there. So let's do this here. Automate this volume here. So it's not as loud. So bring this here like that. There we go. So I know that was probably like insane on the snare. So let me dial that snare down just a little bit. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so again, let automation be a good friend for you. So there we go. There we go. So now we have somewhat of a beat. So we have an intro. We have our main kind of meat and potatoes of everything. So now we have our timeline here at the bottom. So now I just drag this down here. Boom. Beat 1 here. Boom. And then the second part right there. Boom. Here we go. So now I'm just going to play it down here. And this is our timeline. So we're going to go here. And there you go. There's like a first little cook that we just made. You know? Appreciate it, Sim. Thank you, thank you. So, the questions. Again, automation is your friend. Don't let Mr. Roboto scare you. Let him help you. That's the key. Let him help you out.
Well, I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you quantize?
So, good question. Clyde asks, how do you quantize? So, you have this quantize feature up here at the top. And if you click to the right of it, you have different amount of quantization. Ooh, I butchered that one. So you have a quarter, 8, 16. If you want to go super Dilla with no quantize at all, like no quantize life, you just click here. So now you can just freely, yeah. So like say I just create another pattern here. So it's going to be stupid sloppy. So let's see here. I don't sound like hot garbage. If I had it quantized, it would just shift it. But say I want to adjust a little piece of it on the sample here. I can change the grid amount. So I can really fine tune where I want that in there. The samples, you can really freely move them over here too. But again, if you don't want to have any quantize on there, you can just turn that mode off on there.
And essentially, that right there is your sequencer.
Yes. So this is your sequence right over here. For the scene 2, this sequence right here is 4 bars, another 4 bar sequence here, and another 4 bars here. You can have up to 8. 8 bars for a sequence. But you can have multiple sequences. So don't let this like 8 be like, oh, that's all I'm restricted to. You can go more than 8 on there. So let's work on another one. Okay. Questions in the chat, by all means. So I'm going to do a new project. Let's save here. Okay, so now we have something new. And then a question that I get asked as far as like the library, how I organize stuff, I actually use smart crates. Shout out to Cut Corners on this. Big ups to Cut Corners on this. So you can make smart crates. So if you're downloading samples, say from Splice, and you're going to probably run into this, is you're going to just download a stupid amount of sounds and you're getting really lost. You're like, I have no organization. You're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So what I do is these samples, just like how you can edit in Serato DJ, what I do is in the comment section, I'll label what it is, and then I'll make a smart crate for it. So anything that I put on the comments, so I'll give you an example here. What's up, Boke? Smart crate. You give it the rule of what you want. So I'm like, okay, I want the rule to be on the comment. It needs to contain a certain word or a certain phrase. So it could be drum fills. So you know what? I'm just going to put top loop. I'm going to put top loop on here. So we have top loop. I'm going to double click that, put top loop here. If for any reason I have something labeled top loop, it should find it. If not, that means I haven't labeled anything yet, and it's not going to go into there. But let me find something here. So let me put top loop here. Let's see. All right. I'm actually going to work with that. So I have this. I'm going to put top loop here. Boom, boom. Oops. I put top lop. There we go. Top loop. Perfect. So see how it went into there now? I didn't even have to tell it to go there. It just went there. And that's because I put a smart crate. Do I have a favorite sound pack? Man, the one I like, man, the lo-fi one, I've been really digging, to be honest. I've been really digging that one. The other, Ocean, that one's dope too. So you know what? I'm just going to there. Let's see. All right. Okay, we'll see what we can do with this. Let me bring that tempo down. Okay, that's smooth. I like that. Like a little smoothness to that. Again, appreciate you guys being on the chat. Yeah, no, the Ocean one's dope. The lo-fi one's super dope. I'm really digging that one too. So I'm just gonna put that on there. Whoops. Again, I didn't have it on one-shot mode. That's why I was doing that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this loop here. I know right now it's going to be off if I just triggered it here. So by default, when you load a sample in here, it'll already create cue points for you. It's almost trying to like assist you into being like, oh, okay, maybe cue point 7 is pretty dope. Or this one's pretty dope. But I know it might be off, so I'm going to go ahead and move this so I can have it right on time here. So I'm going to play this. Whoops. Let me do this. Give it like a 4 to the floor kind of vibe. So if I want to do like straight 4 to the floor, I could punch those in, I could record those in, or I can right click on here, go to fill in, and then put it at a quarter, and it's going to fill every section there. So see how it automatically did that? So again, just being efficient. That's the key. Like efficiency is key. So I might kind of go kind of reggaeton kind of vibes on this here. So there's actually a dope reggaeton kit that Serato Studio has. There we go. What's up, Info? How you doing, bro? Thank you for checking it out, man. Okay, let's go here. Drums, packs. Let's go to global reggaeton. Okay, let's go with that. Put that there. Put this in there. Tambourine there. Bongo, breath. I'll do breath here. Okay. Oh, y'all know what time it is. Reggaeton time on that. So 4 on the floor might not work for that. So it's like. What's up, Jackhammer? What's up, 512 Pro? What's up? Yeah, just in time for drums. Absolutely. You're not late to the dinner table. That's what's up. So I'm going to record this real quick. There we go. We do have like a live audience in here too. So by all means, hey, Vito, come on in. Come on in. Bring a chair. Pull a chair up. So one effect that probably people are going to want to ask is like, hey, I want to have kind of like this pumping sound effect. Typically you hear it in EDM. it'll be like sidechain compression, what they call it. So to access that, we're going to go to our effects tab here. So remember, on the right-hand side, this affects the track entirely. On the left side, you can add effects to each individual pad. So say one pad you only wanted reverb, and then everything else, say you wanted a flanger. You put the flanger over here, and then you'd put the reverb just on this side on pad 1. So let's do this here. So you're going to have this drop-down menu. So we're going to go to sidechain. We're going to do hard sidechain. That's what we need. And so we also have to tell the program, like, hey, I want this sample to get triggered by something. So once you hit sidechain, you're going to have another drop-down menu on this end, on the left. So it's telling you, hey, where am I going to put this sidechain? What sound do I want it to trigger? So I want the kick to trigger the sidechain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make this pretty loud so you can hear what's going on. So I'm going to play this real quick. And I'm going to mute the conga drum. I'm going to start turning up the sidechain knob. So now you're getting more of that pumping sound. And then I can tell, like, that's a little too loud. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit. So there we go. I'm going to make 8 bars. Decide what I want to do here. Add a little double snare there. A little too much on there. So that there going on. Okay. I'm going to add like a little synth. I kind of feeling like a piano or something. So I'm going to see what's up here. So I'm going to go to piano and keys. Let's try that. I know that sounded crazy. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. So on this piano roll, the higher you go, the higher the octave is going to be. So you have that going on. So bring that down. And by default, what's really nice about it, it has a play and key feature here. So if you're not a piano player, I'm still trying to get to Stevie Wonder level. I think everybody's trying to get to Stevie Wonder level. But if you're not quite there yet, play and key can definitely help you. Appreciate that info. Yes, I am trying to make some fire here. Bring this down a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little spice to this, just a little bit of spice, because we gotta add, we gotta get it going. We gotta add a little something to it, a little pepper to this thing. There we go. I'm gonna take some of the lows out. Add a little filter to that. I might add another reverb. I'm gonna adjust that to a little bit too much resonance going on there. Yes, definitely. Seasoning required. Un poquito de sazón. Yeah, you know what's up. So let's go here. There we go. Wet the dries and dry the wets. I'm digging that. That's what's up. Okay, let's do this here. So this sequence, I'm gonna add that. So I'm gonna leave this one as it is, and then this one I'm gonna add the this little. Let's see here. I'm gonna record this live. Now I noticed that reverb is like way too much, and it's kind of fighting with other things. So I might actually sidechain that also. So I'm gonna do hard sidechain here to the kick as well, so that it's ducking every time the kick is happening. Oh, another little trick I like to do, if I'm going to mute something, I'm going to use Mr. Robot Man instead of deleting these things here. So I want to hear this sound. I'm going to loop this. So I just want to hear this part of the sample. So I'm going to hit the robot. If I click on this master tab for this whole drum kit, this controls everything. So I'm going to go to volume, mixer, mute down here. I'm going to create a mute right here. So I'm going to click here, here, and here to create a point. So see how this says off? This says on. So when the playhead gets to here, it's going to mute this, and it's going to let me hear everything else here. So real first, let me see here. I tried that method also. For some reason, it continues to bleed through partially, forcing me to create a new scene. So with that, what you can do is on the new scene, automate the volume on the first bar. Because sometimes, yeah, you're right, though. It will bleed to the other side. So what I would do is you go to, I'll try to mimic that right now. Let me see. But I'm going to mute this where I can only hear this one here. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Click on this tab, volume, mixer, mute, make a point there, make a point there, make another one here and one here. So now we just have that right there and go back into our scene. Boom, everything's in there. And add a tambourine to that. No problem, real fresh. So I'm gonna add tambourine on there. Ooh, that's a pretty loud piano there. Bring that down. Okay, so I'm gonna add a tambourine on the 5th bar here. So I'll take Mr. Roboto off. All right, here we go. Or just add a tambourine to the whole thing. Okay, so we have that, and we have that sequence there. Again, you just build your Lego pieces. You can call this like main beat with tambourine. I tend to label my stuff really goofy if I needed to. I can just call it main/tam. So now I know this is my intro, or it could just be the regular beat on there. Again, if you're really stuck and don't know how to start an intro, you can just audition the sample, really, and then go into your drums. What's up, Jimmy Bags? How you doing, bro? Thank you for joining us. So let's do this here. Again, you guys are asking really good questions, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have that. Call that beat on the other side there. So now let's move some stuff out of here. Intro there. Move this to here. And then move this to here. There we go. So intro, I want to take this out, or I'm going to actually filter this all the way for 8 bars. So filter. I'm going to go at the very top. And then at the end, I'm going to make a point. So if you really want to do a long filter, all you got to do is click first bar, make the highest point that you want, go all the way to the very end. By default, it's going to create a wave all the way from the left to that 1 bar, all the way to bar number 8. Appreciate that, man. Again, real fresh. Let me know. I'm glad you joining us today. Okay, so we got that there. You're going to see the filter knob. You know what? Let me filter this too. Why not? Let's filter it up. Why not? All right. So I'm gonna bring this here. 8. Bring this down. So now you're gonna hear the filter happening with both this and this. Now we're into our beat. And again, this all started because we just randomly picked top loop. Ain't that something, right? Again, inspiration strikes like that. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. Just have fun. That is the key. So we had a reggaeton one. I know I'm kind of jumping kind of quickly, but it's just kind of showing you ideas with different styles. Don't feel like, oh, this program's just to make trap beats or hip hop beats or house beats. It's just doing what you do on there. So Serato, is it cool if I show the alpha build? Is that cool? Because they do have, it's nice. It's nice with it. Let's see here. Okay, I think we can. Have you messed with the alpha build? Okay, let me open that up real quick. Again, if you are using the alpha build, they will clearly tell you, do not play other projects on that. You know, you don't want stuff to mess up. You know, just make sure you create a different version so it doesn't override your 1.6. And if you're curious, like, hey, how do I even know what version I have? You click go to the very top, Serato Studio, and it's going to tell you what version you have, 1.6.6. So let me open it up real quick here. Okay, let's see. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, on this side here. Going to be this one. Okay. And I'll show you a project that I worked on. I actually worked on a drum and bass project. So, okay, let's see here. And this up here. And then let me drag this here. Okay, my bad. Now I got to adjust this real quick. My apologies on here. You know, it's live. Things kind of crazy when it's live. Let me adjust this. Sometimes you add a little bit too much salt. I think the trick is, what, you add a potato or something? That sounds about right. I have been guilty of adding too much salt to my rice, and it totally killed it. So if you do have a secret to get rid of the salt on rice, veto anything on that. Salt on rice, nothing. You're just screwed. You got to make a new pot. Yeah. And so, okay, also, this was made, I used all the drum sounds. So first things first, you're going to be like, holy crap, there's 16 pads. Whoa, holy crap, there's 16 pads. We've been waiting for this. Yeah, son, you're like breaking glass because you're like, wait, what? And you're pouring some champagne because you're like, what's up? We got 16 pads, son. I know, I got the dishwasher. So you have 16 over here. Now, what I did run into when I first started, hey, what's up, Shelly? What's up, Mambo? What's up, Protege? So one thing, because I was using my MPD, so this has 16 pads on it. Now, I had to use a MIDI editor to make sure I got the right channels for each one of these, because if I didn't, they weren't going to trigger correctly. So here we go. So again, here at the top is going to say Gonz drum and bass template. So you can actually save your own templates, and they will go into the save deck presets. So I've already created quite a few different kits, so you can be very efficient with everything. So I'm just going to kind of play this rhythm real quick. This here, let me actually go to this one and kind of play around with it. First time looking at this, you're like, holy crap. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Again, it's just taking your time. I basically just kind of went in, kind of built my beat slowly, and then started adding to it. So we have that there. We have this sample here. Oops, got it solo. Originally, that sample is, let me load it over here so you can kind of see what I did to it. Okay, it's called Magical Ride. Search for it. There we go. I'll load this in here. So a bit of information when you load a sample in here. To the right over here, it's going to tell you what the root BPM of it is and its root key. So just so that you know, so if you ever get lost, like what's the actual original tempo of this? It's 80 BPM. So I'm just going to play this out. Whoops. Let's go. There we go. They killed it on that. It's clean. So I know I played it at double the time on it, so it sounds insane. So I'm going to bring this down to 80 so you can actually hear how it goes. There you go. Oh, yeah. Grown and sexy in the place. Oh, yeah. So we have that there. Smooth, I know, it's real smooth. So let's see here. I'm going to put it back to 168. And I'm going to delete this one here. Whoops. There we go. 168. Get to it. Oh, I got to type it in. There we go. Bam. Okay. Delete this here. Again, any questions, feel free to ask. Delete. Yes, I do. Okay. Like button. Yes, sir. Okay. So what I ended up doing was getting some just little chops. And what I did was I stretched them to go like really, really long on the sample. I guess someone would say like pause on that, but whatever. So I added hard sidechain, light tail reverb, and echo. Again, that Magical Ride is in Serato packs. It's in there. So use it. Have fun with it. And I added an echo so that everything has like a long tail on it. So. That one I added a stutter fader, so if you want it to sound kind of like a transform, like when you're cutting on a record, you can do stutter fade, and you can change the values on it to really, really like chop it really quickly. Oh, I said chop it. What's up? Already. I'm an idiot. I know. I'm just having fun here. I'm gonna go back to 1.8 on there. Let's see here. Go back. Boom, boom, boom. Or half. There we go. I'm gonna play it and kind of break down a little bit of the sequence that's going on. So here we go. that. Thank you. So to answer your question, is this your own? Yes, it is my own drum and bass pattern that I made. Which you can actually save it on there. Oh, appreciate it, Shelly. Thank you. So let me load another drum kit here. Actually, I'm going to load that drum kit that I made. So let me delete this. Yes. Save deck preset. Where did I put it? I think I called it from the UK. I think I made it from that pack. Let me see here. That there, put that there. No, that's a different one. Duplicate deck. Hold on, I'm trying not to confuse myself on. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, Jackhammer. Good looking out. So, drum and bass template. I know I saved that. Okay, here we go. So if I want to double check if I save that, I'm going to go create, save deck preset. There we go. So see, now I have that template there. And then that was my own pattern. Let me try to load this in here. Boom. There we go. So see how I can load up my own drum kit right there? So I'm going to go to user, click on user, and I think it's just saved one of my patterns that I made on there. But yes, I did create that pattern. Let's see what we can do here. So questions on this one. Yes, that is super clutch. So let me actually go through some of these here. Let's start a new project on here. Okay, let's switch this around. Okay, so this is, I'm going to do, I think Jazzy Jeff's one that I did. Okay. Okay, let's fix that there. Okay, that's there. I want that to be right there. Okay, so let's load this here. Actually, I'm going to load the other build because this one's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Hold on, let me open this one up real quick. So just wanted to show you that alpha build real quick on there. Again, Serato Studio, man, they're coming up, man. I applaud them. They continually make fantastic updates with this. So let me open up the other one real quick. Go back to 1.6. There we go. Oh, okay. And so now I'm actually going to kind of use this kind of like a live performance player on there. So this was me using Serato's sample. So I know this sounds like some Inception kind of stuff. So I'm using Serato sample inside Serato Studio. That always feels like some weird Inception kind of stuff when you say it out loud on there. So I'm going to load this here. So this was, oh, I don't think you can see the plugin. Let me drag this over. There we go. Okay, see if you can see that on there. There we go. So this is a track that my homie Snoozy made and Buzz Jr. called Hollow Tip. So I made my little cue points from the track itself. It's usually like a much slower track. So I'm just going to play it from the beginning at his tempo. Bring it down here to 72. And you're like, where do you see 72 at? 72 is right over here. This is the original sample of the song, or the original tempo of the song. So the reason I decided to do that because on this track, it had a lot of different elements to it. And it was one of those, I mean, you can even go take it to 32 if you wanted to. It had a lot of stuff where I didn't want to create two instances of sample decks. So I just decided to use Serato sample so I can do like all 16 at one time. So let me make sure I got the, whoops. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to play it from the beginning so you can see what's going on. And shout out to Snoozy because this song is insane. Craziness. I know. It's insane. But what kind of gave me some ideas on it, I was like, I wanted to kind of give it my own little kind of hip hop feel to it. So I took it to 94, and then it was, let's see here. That kind of gave me some inspiration. So I really wanted to do like live drumming to it. So I made 2 different kits. So I made that one, and then I had this other one. I called it Gonz Grammy kit. It's just other stupid drums. Oh, let me go to the other camera, the drum cam. There we go. Someone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're faking it," right? always got to troll somewhere. Okay, so let me just load a sequence here. So that's a sample. Add a little hi-hat to it. So sometimes if you want to get a good idea, just do like a hi-hat loop, and then if you're trying to like practice drumming over that, let me do this here, that, and that. We kind of have a little, you know, something going on over there. So now you unsolo it. So now you can start kind of getting better ideas with it. So you kind of build off of that. So sometimes if you want to add a little variety, I always like to add these little voxes where it's just like a little quick little vocal little chop. Yeah. So typically what I'll do is like I'll get a little sound like that and add a bunch of echo to it. I'll add sometimes maybe 3 instances of echo just so it has a much longer tail to it. Because if not, it's going to sound like this. Like it has no seasoning, no sauce to it. That's the whole point. We got to have sauce to everything, bro. Because if not, you can pop champagne, you got a little sauce to it. So here we go. So and then 2 snares, hi-hat. Same thing with the echo because I had like cowbell to it. Crash with that. And then I made a sequence with the tracks. And then I will kind of live perform it, So we'll see how that goes. I need that adobo. Serato, I love you guys. You know what's up with that adobo. Okay, here we go. So let's see here. Go. We had another one. Whoa, there we go. Whoa. So again, you can use this for all types of things. You can live perform with it. The only thing I'm waiting on, and I know they're working really hard, is just being able to map these instead of having to click on here, so I can like jump through instruments really quickly. So I might kind of MIDI map the filter or something to that degree on there. So yeah, shout out to Snoozy on that track. It's insane on there. Okay, let's work on something else. I mean, we're just steadily just cooking things up, putting things, in the pot. You know, just put a little something on the pan there. Some over easy on the eggs. Okay, so let's do this here. Okay, I'll use Splice for this, and I'm gonna try to do maybe like a house track. Let's go for that. I know, man. I appreciate that, Serato. Yes, HQ knows, man. No, they're good. They are definitely on it when it comes to customer support and helping out the community on updates and stuff. Because I know Sinless has some stuff, that they're working on it. I know you and I have our conversations about some things, but they are working diligently to make sure these things happen for us. So let's do here. So I'm going to go and grab this here. Again, thank you guys for being on the chat, joining with us. Again, I'm honored to be on here. A lot of super dope producers. So it's definitely a blessing on here. So let's just keep it moving. So again, I just kind of like to build an idea. Sometimes I'll use the top loop to help me out with it. So let's get to this here. Go here. Whoops, a little too much. Oh, not digging that. Let's keep it real easy on there. There we go. So let's do this. What up, Last Call? I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the great questions. I know sometimes I might forget on some things, but again, let me know what's going on with you guys, where you guys, coming from. I know we have New Zealand in the house, New York in the house. We got Houston in the house. That's where we at. We in Houston, H-Town. We in H-Town. What's up? H-Town, what's up? H-Town in the building. Okay, so we have that there. So let me go to the lo-fi kit real quick. Yes, absolutely. There's so many things you can cook up in here. Again, it doesn't have to always be a double chicken. You can do, a souffle, which I don't even know how you start making a souffle, but it's definitely doable. What's the other one? Some French style, like sous vide. That's the other one. I know all I call it is like the plastic bag style, but they end up making like, I don't know if it's like steak or something. I'm totally butchering French cuisine right now, so I do apologize. My apologies, France. I know y'all be killing it. Okay, so let's go to samples. Let's go back into the packs. I really want to show, like, they do have really, really good samples in their packs. Yeah, last call. By all means, you can hit me up on my IG. It's DJ Gonz123. Shoot me a message there. Let me know whatever question you got. I guess shameless plug, my YouTube channel. I have a couple tutorials on there. I plan on working on some new ones as well. So just type in how do I Serato Studio Gonz. I don't quite have the algorithm just right where you just hit Gonz and Serato stuff pops up. I'm not to that level yet. But if you type that in, I do have some tutorials on there to help some of you guys out. Oh, General So, I'm loving that. Ooh, that sounds really good right now, actually. So let's see. Let's see. I'm just going to go through, just kind of see what kind of inspires me right now. I'm just going to kind of go through these in my head. Let's see here. Oh, I know which one I think I'm going to mess with. Let's see. It was... Go back to here. That's what's up, man. It's never too late to start. Year and a half. Go for it, bro. Go for it. Feel free to ask questions. Just keep working on stuff. I know when you first start producing, it gets a little irritating because you have an idea in your mind of where you want to take things, and it's not quite there. But that's the struggle. That's what it is. I mean, even the Top Chef, they probably didn't make PB&J really good, but now it's like a, super crazy cuisine. We have a mac and cheese restaurant here, but they kill it. It's like they, start building their own kind of style. So don't let that discourage you. Ooh, Christmas song flips. I like that. Ooh, okay. So what I do like is each one of these stabs has a really nice like texture to it. So I'm just gonna move these endpoints to each one of these little starters right here, 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 and here. Yeah, I think I just realized I have an inner fat kid because now I'm just talking about food, about everything. Yeah. I know, I just made everybody hungry. I'm an a-hole, so now everyone's going to go get something to eat and forget about the stream. My apologies, everybody, on that. But, I mean, it is Serato's Kitchen, so I guess it does fit the theme that it has to be, with food and everything here. Okay, so you have that. Now, the good thing about this also is that I'm going to just kind of do these chops real quick, but I'm going to show you in real time that you can change the key and everything moves in key, which is phenomenal. Because sometimes you'll run into a situation where you're like, hey, I want to change the key, but now I have to retune everything. I got to retune my snare, my kick drum, my hi-hat, or I have a vocal. This really does help in the sense of like I can change the key up here and everything changes with that. You DoorDash pizza and wings. That's what's up. Okay, so let's do this here. Oh, I know what someone's going to ask me. Hey, can Serato Studio use VSTs? Yes, they can use VSTs. So the one so it's going to be in your plugins tab. How would you use the pan in Serato Studio 1.6? Oh, okay, easy. Good question. So you have this channel strip right here, and it has pan. So on the right side, the panning is for the entire track. So don't let that confuse you. If, say, you want to just pan, say, one individual sound that's on this side here. Because if you pan, I'll try to, I don't know if I can, since it's mono, might even be. Yeah, it's right there. It's funny because when this popped up, people were like, oh, I think I've always expected it to be there. And then when they saw it, they're like, oh, yeah, panning is right there. Yeah, so like a Vox sample. So if you're going to do something like that, you know what? Let's create a. I think I have an actual Vox kit that I made. Let me see here. Speaking of kits, you know what? Let's try to make one real quick here. Okay. Let's try to do Voxes. Put an effect on top of the pan. Okay. You're giving me a recipe I gotta make. Okay. Challenge time. Okay, that's one there. There's one there. That's one there. That's one there. Oh, snap. There we go. This is on the BPM Create Serato pack. On one of those. There's one there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make this one. So you're going to be like, hey, you have two A's. Oh, no, different. Oh, right here. So I'm going to change the key to this one. So you can actually change the key of a specific sample here. So now I have this one. And then I have this one. And then what I'm going to do is show you how you can individually create effects on each specific one. So like this one. That one sounds a little too dry. Not enough seasoning on that one. There we go. Add echo to that. And if you need to change the amount, so say you're like, I need it to be a shorter echo. Right here changes the beat amount. So right now we're at half a beat at 50% wet on there. I'm gonna put it to 1/4. There we go. I'm gonna pan this to the left. Pan this to the right. Add a reverb to that. So right now we're just getting all the ingredients together. Okay, so that's there. That is a stupid amount of reverb. Let me turn that down. Put that to the left. Put this to the right a little bit. Oops. The right on this side. Bring this. And again, this volume is just for that sample right here. There we go. Okay, so say we created the rest of them. I'm going to call this Vox Kit or Gonz Vox. Why not shamelessly promote myself on that? Gonz Vox template. So say you don't want to have to spend another 20 minutes putting this together. Because if you did, you're like, ugh, I hate doing this. So you save it. So once you have this all together, you probably can't see this tab that I have at the very top. But if you're following along, you're going to see it's going to say Serato Studio on the very top left, then File, Edit, Create, and View. You go to Create. Oh, you can see it. Okay, I'm bugging. You're going to go to Save Deck Preset. You're going to do that. And then it's going to actually go to Save Deck Presets. This is our Gonz Vox template. I'm going to shamelessly promote myself as an artist and put Enter. So now I'm going to delete this. Don't let it freak you out because I have it down here. I'm going to drag this back in there and boom. And it saved all of our panning. It saved all of our effects. So now we have it. Hopefully that answered your question, last call, on that. So let's keep it moving. Oh, we do it. All right. So now I'm going to just include this into the track. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boots and hats. There we go. Okay. I'm going to add that to every. Whoops. Okay. Oh, let me put it here. Oh, right there at the third. Put it right there too. Okay, so we have that there. We have that there. Let's do like a 4 on the floor kick. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me put my disco drums on there. I'm going to start with just the loop first and see what happens. And then I can tell it's a little bit delayed. So what I notice is on this waveform, the sample itself doesn't actually start right on my starting point. So I'm going to shift that over and have it where it hits exactly on here. So again, if something sounds off, just double check on your sample editor on the left to make sure you're on point. There we go. It's hitting a little bit more. Oh, that A was it didn't have enough effect to it. Let me fix that. Hey yo. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me fix that. Again, just having fun here. Just having fun. There we go. Is that one there? That one there. Again, you guys have been asking like phenomenal questions. So again, if a question pops up, feel free to let me know. My studio audience too, if you got questions, let me know on there. Okay, so I know I kind of distracted myself, but helping out somebody. So VSTs. So when it'll scan, when you first start loading or installing plugins, it's going to go with the default here on the left-hand side. You click on this. Oh, I just noticed you guys don't see that. My apologies. You're like, I don't see it, bro. There it is. Let me fix this. There we go. So on the left over here, it's going to be plugins. So shout out to Gut Owners on this one. I made a crate and I labeled it favorite plugins, and I just started throwing in plugins that I like here. Because if not, and you're like a plugin hoarder, I guess, you're going to go through all this. You're like, oh man, it just keeps going. Jesus Christ. So instead of doing all that, create a folder that says favorite plugins and put all your favorite plugins in there. So it makes it real easy to get to. Because now I'm like, oh, I want to use Cymatic's origin. Oh, boom, it's right there. Easy, super simple. Drag that in here. And actually, it's a free plugin. So if you go to cymatics.com, pick it up. Kind of like a RC20 kind of clone. Works really well. So let's just, let me drag it because you're like, I can't see that. Here we go. Put it right here. And when it's lit up here, it lets you know that it's active on here. There we go. And then I'm actually going to do a big filter on here along with another reverb because I want that Vox to be a little bit more like ambient. Oh, I just realized I need to make that side a little smaller. There we go. I'm over here getting all my recipes messing up over here. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So now I have that. So now I'm going to add. Oh, thanks, Flip Hop. Hey, shout out Protege, Mambo. I don't leave you guys hanging. What's up? My Cracker Nuts family in the building. What's going on? I know some people like Cracker Nuts. What's that? You know, Houston DJ crew, Austin DJ crew. We on the map. I'm an idiot. And do sidechain here. Do the kick drum there. So right now I'm just kind of messing with the hi-hat just to kind of get a little shuffle to it. I want to live record that in there. There we go. So I have that. I'm going to add a little open hi-hat there. I'm going to pan that a little bit. Well, there went that. Okay, we just had this like super crazy light just fall off, but I think we're good. I'll just turn that down a little bit. You're like, oh, the brightness, son, the brightness. There we go. I'll just dim that down a little bit. Okay, I think we're still good on there. Okay. There we go. So we kind of have something going on there. Okay. I know that I was like a little off, so what's the beauty of it? I can just adjust this here or just click new ones there, and there. So we have that there. So if I want to kind of build an intro from that, again, if you get stuck, you can just only play the sample and then go into the track. Another kind of technique, you'll hear like that rising and go right into it. So we can try to do something like that. So I already made a copy. I'm going to call this the beat on here. intro here. So I'm gonna clear that out. Just so I can still hear the kick drum of this, I'm just going to just mute the entire thing. So I don't have to like delete everything. Because if you delete it, you're going to lose the sidechain effect if you still wanted to keep it. So I'm just going to mute this entire thing. Kind of build something with that. So let's go to, let's see here, drum, save that preset. I got a Latin per kit. What's this again? Let me see. On my cumbia end. Got to working on that a little bit. Just want to add like a little bit of percussion, just like ambient percussion to this. I'm probably going to try to do like a lot of echo on this. As you can tell, I'm a sucker for ambient echo stuff. So my idea is I'm going to just do that ambient stuff, and then I just want to hear the A. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. So if y'all been paying attention on how to do mutes, you will know how I'm going to do this. If not, I'm still going to go over how I'm doing this. So let me just record this little section here. Okay, so that A is right there. That's why I do enjoy the little, the ability to see the waveforms, because you can really fine tune your automation. So here I'm going to do mute. Here, I want to mute it right at that spot right there. Because I want it to where like the impact of the vocal is the only thing you hear at that time. Did I say that right? Yeah, okay. I thought I had a brain fart for a moment. Like, did I say that right? Okay, so we have that. That means I gotta take this one off. If I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm bugging. Command Z is your friend. There we go. Okay, that's there. That's there. That's there. Okay. And then I totally did something completely wrong on there. Okay, so fun fact. So see, something didn't feel right. So I'm like, okay, what did I do? Oh, I know what I did. I muted everything at that point, because I did the mute at bar 1 and 2 instead of 7 and 8. So we're going to fix this. Bring this down. Go to 8, because I looked at the wrong waveform. See, the chef messed up. But now he fixed it. There we go. There we go. So we're going to do a little riser sound. I know we got a riser in the pack somewhere. Let's see. Bam. See, just like clockwork. All right, Blaze. I know that sounds like craziness there, but I'm going to really kind of mess with this here to adjust this. Okay, let's see here. So I actually want to start it about right there. I'm going to move this here. Okay, so now I'm going to try to test this to make sure it's fitting right. Let me add it to, let me try it here. Raekwon, the chef, what's okay, so with the sample editor too, you have these different options. You have attack. So for this one, I'm actually gonna adjust the attack time, so it's kind of fading in instead of coming in so abruptly, because it's not gonna feel right in context of that arrangement that I want to do. So I'm gonna adjust this attack time. I'm gonna practice and kind of paint this in there. So we do it here. So right now I'm just trying to test out how it's gonna fit. That's a little too early. So try this here. Almost there. Okay. Try that right there. Right there. Okay. So now we have that there, that there. Kind of get the idea on there. Let's see here. Okay, so now let's try it in context with everything. So let's go. Oops. Now we're into the track. Now, if I want to keep building on that, what I'll probably end up do is maybe add a little bit more like tambourine or anything to that. I think I might go on a splice one on this one. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? I think there's a loop on there. Let me see. Oh, I think I know which one. Oliver. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Again, you guys got any questions, man, by all means, let me know. Top loop. It's always the fun part, just finding the stuff here. Oh, I'm bugging. It's over here. Okay. I got it. Just add a tambourine there. Put it there. Make that loop. There we go. I'm going to add a little variety by adding like a double kick drum right here. So, or this triple kick drum. That clap sounded late. I'll take that clap off right there. Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm going to go to find another part of this and kind of build off of that. There we go. Whoops. Oh, wrong. Sorry. There we go. Stutter section here, just to, I guess, be goofy with it if I want. So let's see how that sounds here. Yes, good tip. Yeah, you can press reset in other scenes to get rid of automation on those specific scenes. So that doesn't mean that you deleted it from one area, or meaning if you did, like, say, a crazy filter automation on one, when you copy it, if you just reset the new one, then it's gone from just that sequence. So don't worry that if you delete automation from one, it deletes it from everything. In a sense, it's I guess you can call it like non-destructive, where it only deletes for that scene, not another one. So for that little stutter, I'm gonna kind of mimic the And I'm just kind of doing like velocity changes here. Who's in hats? Oh, I didn't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's too much. Too much. I did too much. Too much session on that. There we go. So I like how I did the change there, but I think it's too abrupt for the first section. So I'm gonna make cause like okay, that's there. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this down to 4 bars here. Yeah. Go into the other one. So again, when I talked about changing the key, so I'm gonna start changing the keys of this. You can tell it's by that tambourine that got pitched down too. So that's kind of like the beauty of it, is that everything will stay in key even when you're changing the key. I think I had to really slow that down when I said that. Does that make sense on that? Okay. I got to give my studio here to, make sure that they're good too, because they're learning just as much as everybody inside the chat are learning over here too. So I'm going to bring this down too. So just to clarify, I've had 4 scenes. Scene 1 has a setting I copied from 4 others. Anything changed in scene 1 will reflect the rest, correct? No, so if you had 4 scenes that you copied from 1, if you didn't hit reset on anything, you're just going to have duplicates of all 4. Now, if you changed, say you resetted automation on one of them, only that one is going to be reset. It doesn't reset all the other ones. Hopefully I clarified that. If not, let me know. There we go. Cool. Glad myself and Serato could help you fresh. So I'm at a little variety to this one here. I'm going to take that away, take this away. Now I got a camera over here. What's up, camera? What's up, camera? Let's go here, fix this here. Oh, I'm going to take that off there. That's right there. And again, I didn't quite go over some of the other effects on here. You do have like different types of compressors, like parallel compressor, limiter, EQ. Oh, okay. I'm glad I looked over that. So there's this one effect, kind of call it the Daft Punk effect. Not that I'll get Grammys like Daft Punk, but sooner or later, who knows? They tend to do this really dope, like modulated sound. To get to that, it's EQ. You have all these different styles. I tend to like messing with the wub modulated low pass filter. So I'm going to take the Vox off on here because it's a little too much for that part. And let me take the other hi-hat off of this. Clear that. Keep it real simple. Okay. Thanks, Serato. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. So this can be like a really good breakdown as far as like having that kind of web effect. Even like Dilla does that. If you check out the Vox Dilla, have you seen that on YouTube? So he'll do this thing. Radar Ellis, shout out to Radar. where when the Slum Village is gonna rap, he just filters it down, and so it sounds like another part of the song, even though it's the same sample. So you're kind of getting this effect with the wood modulated. So for example, oh, this is actually gonna go into what Fresh was asking about. So say I want to have this here. But on the next one, I want to have. But you're like, hey, what can I do? What can I do to make that happen? We're gonna go to beat 3, go to Mr. Roboto, Mr. Purple, the Parpster. Click on Wub Modulated. When you go to this thing here, it says Effects 3 on. This is the third effect in this section here. Right now we have it on. But if I go to here, it's staying on here. So this is kind of like a good example. Magically, I landed on figuring this out for this guy. So for this one, I'm going to keep everything off, but I'm going to automate it for just this one to be on. So move this over, move this to here, all the way across. There we go. So it's off here, as you can tell, and then to B3, now it's on. So let's just test that out and see what happens. Next section. There we go. See? Redlocks, what's up? Thanks for the raid. One thing I overlooked that I didn't talk about is actually doing editing on the master with automation. So if you can see this little robot here on the top, little section here, we kind of move that over a little bit. Right there. So click on this, and you can do like automation to the scenes, to the master. So on the master, you also have like 3 effect sections here. So one that we can try to do is a breaker for the master. And I want it to start. Okay, I want it to break here. Turn this off here. Put it here. Yeah, so this is a new feature on here. So you have master, and I can automate the effect for everything. So I don't have to do breaker code. So a couple versions back, if I wanted to do a breaker for a scene, for just this scene, I had to add breaker to every single individual track and then automate each individual track to make that happen. But now you don't have to do that. You can just put breaker on the master and automate it to just happen there. That makes sense? Makes sense. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Sometimes I can go off the deep end, but here it is in context. I'm going to turn the robot off. There we go. So let me start from the beginning again, or I'll start right here. You're going to hear the breaker effect happen. Now we're into the beat. And then we're going to modulate it on beat 3. Bam, the beauty of automation. Isn't it a lovely thing? So again, just in context, we did a lot of stuff there. Like we did VSTs plugin, so we kind of check mark that we can. Oh man, disclosure is like my my idols on that. So yeah, good looking out on that, Serato. Yeah, disclosure, whew, man, love their stuff. So we brought in a VST. We used the cymatics. We created different scenes with different effects happening only in those scenes. So we were kind of non-destructive automation and effects. And then we did a master effect, which was the breaker. Remember, you click on the robot. Also, if you don't remember what happened to something, something's always going to be in purple to let you know that that has been changed or automated in some way. Like you did something to it. So again, if you see this master in purple, that means you did something there. So we're going to click on this here. So let's just play it back. Oh, okay. As you could tell, there's this little meter right here. That's the record mode. So I'm going to sound goofy right now, but I'm going to try to record just some simple thing that I'm going to try to come up with. So to do this, you just make sure you select your input that you want. Make sure you're getting a level here. And then just try to record. And I didn't do it at the start, so it threw me off. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Break it down. Here we go now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Break it down. Okay, so that was my attempt to sound cool. We'll see what happened with that. Okay. So you can edit that here, or you can go to library, which I tend to do. There's going to be a section. Make sure I get it right, because I know I should be recording more of myself. Okay, recordings. Here we go. So let's see if it recorded that.
Now we got a couple.
Nope, didn't record it there. I think it's this one. Nope. Did my recording? Where'd my recording go? Let me try that again. Let's see what happened. Recording. Oh, 1-2. Oh, no, it's right here. Yeah. Let's go. There we go.
Break it down.
What I should have did was look at this title here,
Here we
and
go
then
now.
follow that.
Check it.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go.
Break it down.
Let's go kitchen. I'm going to call it that.
Here we go now. Check it.
Okay.
Check it.
Okay, we get it. Okay, so now we're recording that. We just recorded it, and we brought it right into the thing. So just like any sample, you can go and adjust what you want. So I'm going to kind of break down this editor real quick. If you go to select all, and then you hit the trash can, you can delete all those. And then I can create my own samples. So let's figure out something.
Let's go. Break it down. Here we go now.
Okay, I'll do that right there.
Here we go now. Check it. Check it.
Okay, let's do this.
Check it.
Okay, I have a cool little trick you can do.
Check it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one, move this over,
Check.
make another copy of that. I'm going to pitch that up. 6.
Check it.
I'm going to do another one. Put that to 12.
Check it.
And I'm going to do another one at 24.
Check it.
24. Here we go.
Check it.
Check it. Check it.
Check it.
Check it.
Yeah. So now, let me do something wild here.
Check it. Check.
If I go to poly mode, you can actually do all of them all at the same time if you really wanted to.
Check it.
Check it.
Check it.
So I'm actually going to use this other plugin from Nectar. And then make sure, yeah, there we go. Loading a plugin in here. All legally, paid for all of these. Don't buy cracked stuff. Don't do that. Get the legit stuff. And then hopefully it loads. It's legit, I swear. It is. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, fam. I think it got me. I think it got me on the circle. The beauty of live recording. Here we go. Oh, no. Bummer. Oh, man. Okay. It's all good. It happens. But we're going to open it back up. It doesn't matter. We're going to get through this. See? It recovered it. I won't use Nectar for this. Yes, Serato will autosave. But rule of thumb, because I know I'm going through these and not saving them. Save your stuff. Everyone in here, when I said that, shook their head. You better save it. I mean, that's like, you need to do that. If not, you're gonna be like, it's gonna feel like just a dream. Like you made this awesome, dope beat, and it's like everything's dope. It's like, oh, it's like fantastic. And then, oh, bro, what happened? Yeah, so make sure you save. If anything, please save. For the love of Christ, save. Okay, so let's see if it actually kept our recording on here. Okay, so that's there. Go to recordings. Let's go kitchen. Still there, baby. Yeah. Okay.
Go now.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so I kind of talked about that. Oh, okay. This favorite tab. So say you had you're doing a lot of chops, and there's like a one that you really like. One question that always gets asked is, how can I just keep one but delete all the other ones? So this is where the favorite little star can really help you. So say for example,
Check it. Check.
I like check it. That's on Q.6. You hit the favorite, and it has a little star here. So now, say I want to delete everything else. I hit select all, and you're going to think that it's going to delete everything, but it's going to keep number 6 there because I have it starred. It's a favorite in the group. So I hit the trash can, and boom, everything else got deleted. So we're good. We kept the one that we wanted.
Check it.
So I'm going to pitch this one here.
Check it. Check it.
Okay, so let's get a reverb here.
Check it. Check it.
Then echo this here.
Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it.
And I'm going to actually just create a tone out of this. Whoops. Let me move this over. Whoops. There we go. Right there. I'm gonna tune this a little bit more. And I'm gonna stretch this down to 75. If I hit this little keyboard, now I can turn it into notes. I'm gonna take the lows out of that. And that came from me just saying check it as just being goofy. And then now we got like a little melody going on with that. So let's go here, beat 3. Take this one, mute this. I'm gonna record that. Remember, that was my goofy ass voice 2 minutes ago. After I decided to load up Nectar 3 for some dumbass reason. You know, I didn't get the right utensils at that time. But again, I just used my voice. I stretched it all the way to -75, and then I had it key shift on there. Again, just mess with stuff. That's what I do. I just when people try to learn about effects, I'm like, get an effect, apply 100% wet to it. If it sounds stupid, then dial it down until you like what it is. That's usually my key. Make it sound dumb, and then you'll kind of start liking what you want with it. Then we'll go into the other part of the beat. Oh, and I muted that. There we go. Yes, sir. And again, it'll save your recordings. Remember, if you don't remember anything that we talked about today, number 1, save. Why in Song View can't you create more than one scene? Let's see here. Oh, you're talking about in here. Okay. You can make edits within that audio track, but scenes you can. Trying to see. Make sure I don't confuse myself on here. Aloha Buka. Why in song view can't you create more than one scene? Because it's more on the. You're more or less editing like a full track, and the scenes complement those edits. So sometimes you'll do that when you're trying to like do kind of like redrum edits of things. You're just gonna adjust. Let me see if I can. I think we're kind of pressed on time, but let me see. Again, we're just like cooking up all day today. I'm liking it, bro. This has been all day, man. I'm loving it. All right, let's see here. A scene above audio 1. Oh, so the scenes is just kind of like a placeholder for all of these. So I can just keep creating scenes endlessly. And then I'm just lining them up to an audio track. See if I can try to do it really, really fast. That's a really good question. Like, shout outs to that question. Okay, let me drag something in here. Files, desktop. Let me load this. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'll load this into here. Oh, I should add it to there. That's what I got to do. Then desktop. Load that there. Bring it into there. There we go. Okay, hopefully I can get to this here. All right, so we have this. I know that's loud as shit. Okay, so that's there. So if you're trying to do like a quick like DJ edit of something. Okay, I'm gonna move that to there. So now I'm gonna keep moving that clip. There. And there. And then say this intro was just like a 4 on the floor beat. Whoops. Let me just do just 4 kick drums. Keep it super, super basic, just so you can see what's going on here. I'm gonna add an effect to that cue there, sidechainer real quick. Boom there. Whoops. There, right there. Okay, there we go. And I know it sounds a little off because I know my chop's not correct, but like this intro's there, and then say I did a snare on the next scene. So I said I copy this, make this a snare right here, put this on scene, this one here. So you can add to the audio track here as well. That's tough because if I want to master stems, everything. Oh, okay. So good question with that. So if say you created a bunch of stuff and you wanted to really dial in EQ and put it in another DAW. So say we created whatever. If you go to File, Export Song, by default, you can just collect all and it'll save it as a wave. But you have this export stems function. Super, super clutch. So what it'll do is you can, it'll create every stem. It'll take everything and create a stem file. Say you even wanted to adjust your drums like individually. Like say you had 5 hi-hats and you were like, hey, when I put it in Ableton or Logic or whatever, I want to EQ these. Make sure you click on this export drum pads as individual audio files. It'll group everything together, but just as stems, and then you lay it out on another DAW to do that. And it also has a good feature of making everything -6 dB on the jump. So you don't have to go in and reduce all the volumes, because typically some people will forget, and then they'll start clipping and they start adding everything in there. So yeah. In regards to stems, it does give you that feature because that's normally kind of my workflow. I'll create everything in here, export it as stems, and go into Ableton and then lay them all in there so I can like fine tune each individual sound. And it gives you the BPM and the key on the stem files. And then a good rule of thumb is whatever you name it, give it the BPM and the key with your folder, so you don't forget. So yeah, so there's that too. And then let's see here, and I think my time has finished. How's everybody feeling, man? Everybody learn a lot? I know, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy when you cooking in here, dog. It's crazy when you're cooking in here. It's insane. It's insane. How much is it? So if you want to buy it outright, see, Serato, man, I love it. So if you wanted to buy it outright, it's $2.99. You could do a subscription also, or you never know, there might be like a free giveaway in the future. Yeah. So let me play something. Let me do something real quick here. Here we go. Let me do this one here. Okay. Don't save here. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. The one I created here. Grimy styles, baby. Again, label all your sections. Appreciate it, Vito. Thank you, sir. Been fun. Pour yourself a glass. You deserve it. You deserve it. Again, thank you all for joining the stream. I feel blessed. Thank you guys so much. So much. Let's keeping the groove going. No problem, Serato. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'll keep it moving. Problem, Johnny. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Bars. Peace, Jackhammer. Oh, appreciate that, sir.